So we did Stacey Turner, we did the Senate, we did Nolan, we did Ashley, Cole the Mama, we did the Dems, and then finally let's do Nancy. Nancy gets the purples? No, she gets the trees. All right, we're gonna do the trees with Nancy. And it's so funny because it's like really resurrecting this lady. She talks slower than she did before. Oh my God. So you can tell the age is getting to her. But it's giving her a whole new set of fans because all the older people are like, Nancy Grace is on the case. And so now, like all the TikTokers and stuff, they're learning who Nancy Grace is. And so she's getting a whole new set of people. It's like a versus. Oh, so this she better do good because those young people will hold you down. Yeah, so the town halls are from late July until late August. Oh yeah, them people. That's why you see I got the 3 of Wands. How many times? Grace, baby, Grace. Oh, all these Nancys. Where's Nancy Drew? How about that? Um, okay, so we're gonna bring out the trees. Um, Look at me being neat and organized. Because I don't want anything to happen to my cards. Like, I finally got a good deck of cards. Um, oh my gosh, there we are. She went off on Secret Service Sam? For real? For real? I'm gonna have to look that up. All right, so Nancy, 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 why are you here, girl? Why are you here? Why did you show up? Why did you take this? Ooh. Hmm. Um, who asked if she had spidey senses? Cause this the high priestess, baby. Oh, Becky, you just did. Yep, look at it. High priestess. She got them. She got the senses. She's on them. And there's a 6 of Pentacles. So this is again like a. On one hand, it feels like adding value. I want to see another 6 of Pentacles meaning. Um, y'all, this book is awesome. It's in my link in the description. You can find it under my Amazon store link. But I love it. Anyway, so what am I looking up? 6 of Pentacles. Oh, why am I hot? Okay. Is this a perimenopause flash? Oh my God. All right. Exactly. Giving back. Duh. That's what I was saying. So generosity, giving back, getting a handout, charity, unequal relationships, legal situation. One is a legal situation, right? So there's that. Two, she's intrigued, right? Hey, Ladybug. So it is definitely a Nancy Drew kind of thing with her right now because she wants to solve the case. And three, she has this sense of justice about her. Um, and she see how these people are being done. But four, I feel like she's called to it, right? I feel like she's called to it. I mean, it's good business move, but I also feel like she's called to it um, to lend her voice because and it's unfortunate, but sometimes things do require a white voice to break through the algorithm. Most times, things require a white voice to break through the algorithm because algorithm a lot of times naturally suppresses black faces. They're just trained that way. It's the bias, but it can also be programmed into it. Um, that said, she is extremely intrigued. So the 4 of Pentacles here in reverse, she's not worried about threats. She's used to threats. She was in Fulton County. From what I hear, that's the worst jail. I think it's as bad as Rikers. I think it's a really, really bad jail. It's really bad, I heard. Um, anyway, so, Four of Pentacles here. Um, it's usually like saving, being stingy, or whatever. I think she wants to crack the case. Like I think she wants to be one of those that helps put it together and to crack it. I got a lot of pentacles here. I mean, I would be remiss to say this will make her money. It will, but there's a value system attached here. It almost feels like she's trying to make up for something. Now, like I'm thinking about this doggone jail, and I'm like, whoa. She sent people there. So it does feel like there is I got to make up. She got to make up for something. She's making up for something. Because look, we got the six in this, and the death card was right under it. She is making up for sending someone to prison who shouldn't have been in prison. Because I got the death card. And then I got the Knight of Cups right under that. And then how swiftly it went without this person being able to have his case fully looked at. That's interesting. Because, like I said, here's the Six of Cups in reverse. This is remembering something, being stuck on something you couldn't get over. I think this is what the Six of Pentacles is about. That giving back, the trying to make up for this. Because you have to think about it. If she was in Georgia back in the old days, and by old days I could be talking about a decade ago or whatever, Georgia's Georgia. And like I said, that jail has a lot of people who don't belong there. So there's that part. I'm definitely feeling a give back here. And I think it does have to do with somebody she sent there, somebody whose life she cut short. Um, yeah. And again, it's like false information that was given possibly by the sheriff, considering that this Knight of Cups represents the sheriff in the Mississippi case. It feels like deja vu, I guess, is what I'm getting. It's like there's some deja vu to it. And so, like I said, and that was done before all the information was in, before everything could be seen. So she's not trying to repeat that mistake. In fact, she's trying to make it up, is what I'm getting. I'm getting she's trying to make that up. Because it's funny. When I started reading on her, I keep hearing that song that I shared with you guys last night about the guy who was singing the Billie Eilish song. Who, he's a church guy, but the way he sung that song, oh my God, he's he's in East Point. Well, he was. I think he was visiting, but he was in East Point, Georgia. But he is from Alabama, I think. Canton, Mississippi, Alabama, something. One of those things that got a Canton. I think all of them have a Canton. But anyway, I forgot his name. I think it's Andre. America's Got. Y'all gotta look him up. I can't play it much. Is his name Andre? No. America's Got Talent. Billie Eilish song. Why am I telling you? Because this is what I'm hearing. Billie Eilish song. America's Got Talent. I don't even know how to spell this girl's name. Okay, this guy. Okay, I'm gonna try to play it for like 6 seconds. Okay, 6 seconds, because that's all I can really like do or something. Um. But the song that he sang was "What Am I Here For?" What Was I Made For? Or whatever the Billie Eilish song is called.
You. Just you.
That's loud.
Building your app.
Shut up.
I-
How many times do I gotta say I don't want to see this video? Listen, I'm a person, because I'm so tired of seeing AI ads, I block every ad. So that just tells you how many ads Base 44 has running at one time. I block their ads all the time. I don't want to see it. Okay. So I just want you to hear a little bit of his voice. Okay, hold on. This is way too loud. Okay. Okay, I can't play too much there. I'm going to talk a little bit and then we're going to do this little growl. Hold on. Okay, that's already gone. Hold on. Okay, that's the end. Because you know. And then like he started crying while he was singing it. I was like, oh my god, it's so emotional. But anyway, you can't look at him. You gotta like listen to it. Because if you look at him, you might do what I do. Like, why do your teeth look like that? Anyway, but the way he sounds so beautiful. But the words here, what was I made for? There we go. What was I made for? And so he's just repeating that line, like, I don't know how to feel. So when I said, let's read on Nancy, that song immediately started in my head. And now that I'm seeing this story emerge, do I know if it's true? It's for entertainment purposes only. But now that I'm seeing this story emerge, I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. So it says, I don't know how to feel. I want to try. Um, okay, so it's like I used to float, now I just fall down. I used to know, but I'm not sure now what I was made for. What I was made for. And it just feels like that's something, right? What happened? Courts have admonished Grace for her conduct as a prosecutor in Georgia. Oh, shit. Wow. Wow. Okay. So she did put somebody in there, right? A number of somebodies, but she did put somebody in there. Louis Slayton? Who is he? What line am I missing? Yeah, they have a killing every day in that prison. Um, who's Louis Slayton? Louis Slayton. But anyway, it feels like this is that. It feels like this is a payment type of thing, you know, that I want to make up for this. Nolan reminds me of, okay, he was a jurist, oh, a former DA. Okay, so she would get in trouble. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think she sent some people there, especially. I think Nolan reminds her of somebody. That's what it feels like with the Six of Cups. It's like, and then like when you watch her talk about it, it's like, why do you feel so heavy about it? Like, have y'all watched her talk about, like, it's one thing to be, dramatic, but there's a weight to the way she's talking about this. Like, it feels very heavy to the way she's talking about it. And so, this story that I'm getting here is it feels like Nolan reminds her of somebody um, that she did not help, that she might have sent there. Right? Okay. I only saw clips of it, but she's too invested. And I'm like, what is this? So I think Nolan reminds her of somebody. I think he reminds her of someone, maybe age wise, maybe the way he was, or just maybe the light she took from somebody. Um, but this feels like her trying to make that up. And again, like being called to there. Oh, see? Oh, look, right underneath the high priestess is her knowing, because she did it herself. She's knowing that boy won't get justice. The family won't get justice. This is why she's stepping in. She's stepping in to make sure it does happen. This feels like karmic debt. Oh, chills. Okay, got it. Thank you. I thought I was going in the wrong place, but apparently I'm not. So it does. It does feel like karmic debt, and she's trying to pay it off. So, and yes, it'll be beneficial for her show and get her some name recognition and everything, but this feels more personal than that. Her fiance was murdered years ago, and it made her change her direction. Yeah, but she was just so passionate. Yeah, she was just way passionate. I'm like, why do you feel like that? You know? Um, and like everybody's excited. Like Nancy's Grace is on the case, and so I go look, and I'm like, mm, she's really invested, and I don't think she's acting. Um, so that'd be funny. I don't think Nolan knows who she is, but who knows? His spirit can know whoever. Um, but yeah, she prosecuted people who didn't belong there, and it's different because as a prosecutor, you're prosecuting defendants, but it also feels like, yeah, see, it's on her mind. It's on her mind. Um, like, did she not prosecute a case correctly because she assumed? Because this Nolan thing is stirring her up. And the thing is, what happened to Nolan, and oh, I love the fact that Ben Crump used today's platform to elevate the other two stories that nobody was talking about, such as the boy who was hung in the EDM, and then, no, there's another fishing trip, and then the boy from Daniel from April, who was also killed, or also didn't make it back after going on a fishing trip with white people who threw his phone away. Threw his phone away. Like, threw his stuff away. And then all they got was an obstruction of justice. Anyway, so this is definitely about that, knowing this government's not going to work for him, knowing that they're not going to treat him with respect and with the value that every life should have. But it does feel very personal. It feels like something that she's... there was another one right before FIFA? God, ugh. This feels like initiation. It feels like initiation. I swear it is. I'll do that tomorrow. I can't do another heavy reading. Let me put initiation. Oh, Lord Jesus. I'm going to pray heavy on that one before we even get to reading. Okay, so I forgot what I was asking. With the Nancy Grace. Is is her platform going to help? Oops. Yeah, this is her again, kind of. This King of Cups keeps coming back. That feels like her listening to, again, a King of Cups, like, not sticking up for a black kid, or listening to, like, I think maybe the roles were reversed or something. I don't know. Not necessarily reversed, like a whole bunch of black kids and then a white kid. There's just something that feels very familiar about this Mississippi case to her. And this King of Cups is reminding me of the sheriff or whomever who was like, nothing to see here. And it feels like that because the Three of Cups came out with this too, and then the manipulation came out with this also. So this is something that plagued her. It plagued her because there's a Ten of Swords here. There's a government being in the upside down. There's a Four of Cups of refusing to listen or to consider something different. And there's the Two of Wands, like, just staying in the box, listening to the case the way that um, it's presented to her, as opposed to like, that doesn't fit, like not going out of her comfort zone, not wanting to rock the boat, not wanting to, because it's Georgia, you know. Uh, huh, huh, huh. That's not the guy who was last year. Is that another one? The Marquise boy, Marquise, I think was his name or something like that. Um, okay, so is this gonna help? Does all this publicity help with the Nolan case? Oh, why are we back to Nolan? Oh gosh, I should have did Nancy right away instead of coming right back here. Okay, we're gonna have to end on something different. But let's see, is it gonna help? It is definitely helping. It's success. It's putting it in front of people's faces. Um, I don't know. I mean, this is the only good card. The rest of them are like, because now I have a King of Pentacles in reverse. Again, they're going to throw money at it, but okay, there we go. I do see some exposure of the devil, and again, her Six of Pentacles is still here. Okay, then I got the the Nine of Cups in reverse. This is not getting your wish. This is the greed. Okay, the greed, the isolation, and the manipulation, and the incompleteness of the case. And again, refusing to let that be enough. Okay. Interesting, though. Oh, she's going to keep working it. She's going to support them. She's going to keep working it. She's going to help people see a new perspective with this particular case, um, even with all this obstacle against her. Because I see the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Hangman. Yes, Lord. Nolan's busy. When I say that boy is busy, he comforts his mama, but he terrorizes everybody else. Like, get your butt up. Talk on my behalf. Okay.